What's up, guys? Zack Scott here playing Splatoon 2. Y'all know what time it is. It's Off the Hook coming at you live from Inkopolis Square. Alright, yo Marina, tell people the good news before we introduce the stages, huh? Like right now? What was the good news? You know, the single most important celebration of our culture, the Splatfest. That's right, guys, a new Splatfest has been announced. Let's see what it is. Ding, 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 we've got a Splatfest coming up quick. Splatfest always get my ink pumping. I've got to get my gear ready. Yo, Marina, what's the Splatfest theme this time? I'm too nervous to look. You do it. Fine, the Splatfest theme is what? What is it, Pearly? Oh, okay, here it comes. The Splatfest theme is... Dun-dun-dun! The chicken came first, or the egg came first. We about to get all philosophical up in this. Which do you think came first, the chicken or the egg? Now, you maybe saw me tweet about this. I definitely have some of my thoughts, but we're going to go over their thoughts first, and then we'll address this question in full. Obviously, the chicken had to come first, because who else could have laid the egg? But where did that chicken come from? An egg, which means the egg came first. Okay, but why does that egg even exist? That's right, a chicken. I know, why don't we go ask a chicken? Oh wait, the chicken is still in the egg. That's too bad, maybe we can ask the egg's mom instead. Who's the egg's mom? Oh right, it's a flippin' chicken. Yeah, I bet that mom chicken has wanted kids ever since she was an egg. Ha, yeah, but whose grandma laid the egg that had the mom inside it? Wait, which side am I on? They're laughing. It's funny because we're all living in a simulation and free will is a lie. Well, maybe maybe they are, and maybe we are too. Head to the Splatfest terminal and pick the side you're programmed to choose. Okay. Okay. Let me gather some thoughts, and I'll come back at you presenting my view of this whole philosophical debate. BRB. All right, here I am in Inkopolis Square. I like this. Science proves that the egg came first. Yeah, but science lost that Splatfest. So, anyway, you know, I think our team has decided to go with chicken. I'm not gonna quite pick chicken yet, though. I'm gonna make sure. I want to talk to them all and make sure that we're okay with chicken. They mainly want to do this because of the ink color, but there is this big philosophical debate, right? You know, the chicken or the egg, which came first? And there are a few different arguments that you can make. There's obviously, you know, some people go with like just a straight up religious argument. I'm gonna try to kind of avoid that, at least for this video. Maybe I'll talk about it during the Splatfest. But there is the argument that I like to use, which you maybe saw me tweet about, which is more of a technicality-based argument. And as we talk about this, I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna do some turf war for a little bit as I discuss this. This is kind of like a very literal argument, and mostly for me, I see it as a technicality-based argument. And I'm going to do turf war so I can warm up for the Splatfest, because that's going to be coming up soon. Let's see, I'm going to go, again, I like the Dualies squelchers I used last time, so I'm going to use these for just a little bit, have some fun with those. So the very technical, literal argument is which came first, the chicken or the egg, right? Well, we know if we look at history and evolution that there were egg-laying creatures long before chickens even existed. You can go all the way back to the dinosaurs, and you can see fossilized eggs. We know that dinosaurs were laying eggs, and those existed long before chickens existed on this earth. And so you can take a very technical argument, literal argument, and say chickens weren't even around way back in, you know, millions of years ago when dinosaurs were laying eggs. So that's one way to look at it, and that's the way I like to do it. It's kind of smarmy. I like it a lot. That's the argument I like to make. But then you start kind of talking about you know, the evolutionary history. I guess we're searching for a battle to join. I'm gonna bet it's gonna disconnect me. So let's discuss evolutionary history as soon as I get into a match. All right, here we go. We have a battle set up. We're gonna be playing some turf war, and I'm gonna try to present, you know, this kind of view of the whole chicken and egg conundrum. It involves evolutionary history and maybe a little bit of semantics. So maybe these are kind of two separate issues, but I'm gonna do my best to talk about this while also playing, which might make it a little bit more difficult for me. But basically, if you take a look at evolutionary history, you know, we call chickens chickens because there was a time in which just a whole different group of these chicken animals, you know, existed, and we said, oh, that's a species. Species aren't necessarily exact. You know, there's not a hard cutoff point into when something becomes a, you know, one species or the other. But you know, eventually we say, okay, this group of animals conforms to what we are now going to say is. I can't believe I didn't get him. He was really trying to get me, but I can't believe that little burst didn't get him. So anyway, what happens over time? You know, there were birds, and they were laying eggs before chickens existed, before what we now call chickens existed. And so they were birds. They were laying eggs. Got him. We got him, I guess. And eventually, at some point in history, this group of birds, you know, there was a genetic mutation that was suitable to continue on and form what we now know as chickens. You know, so birds were laying eggs, and eventually, you know, some mutations happened among the group of birds, and they became over time a new species. So you got to remember, this takes a long time, many generations of birds to finally say, okay, this is a different species. You know, it's not like a hard cutoff. It's not like suddenly one chicken is suddenly born and like, yes, this is it. This is the chicken. And then that one chicken will then have to mate with a non-pure chicken to make more chickens. You know what I mean? So, oh, I gotta roll away. I gotta just keep going. I gotta roll. Excuse me, rolling big. Oh man, I couldn't get away. And so, you know, like I said, it's gradual. But, you know, if we do kind of look at it as like, well, no, there was one mutation that happened that really triggered the evolution from non-chicken bird that's very similar to chicken, which they call which in the argument they call proto-chicken, you know? Because like I said, we're talking about the whole, like, which came first, the chicken or the egg? And we've established that if you just look at it from a technicality, oh man, I went down there, then yeah, the eggs existed first. So the real question is the chicken or the chicken egg? Which one of those two came first? And so, yeah, so eventually we're then looking for, well, which was the first chicken? You know, which would technically be like the first chicken, meaning the one that carries the burden of basically creating the new species, you know, experiencing the mutation. Oh, God! That was pretty good of him. I'm sorry, I was really focused right there. And so the mutation happens inside the egg. You know, basically a non-chicken proto-chicken lays an egg. And then that mutation would have happened inside the egg. And maybe it was not just one mutation, maybe it was several mutations across. So you say which ones were the first chicken ancestors. Anyway, you get the point. And so the chicken, it happens inside the egg. And so the people who are on the chicken side say, well, that was the first chicken, so it came first. You know, the egg shell, the egg, you know, material doesn't really... Yeah, that's a tough one, right? You know, the chicken was first, and then that chicken lived, and then, you know, spread his genes and his genetic makeup to other proto-chickens, and eventually, over time, solidified the chicken as a species. So that's, you know, the argument that states that the chicken came first. And so then, you know, the argument, again, it kind of goes with a more technical, the opposite side kind of flips, and it goes more of like a technical, literal interpretation. It was like, well, that chicken, obviously, sure, that chicken was the first of his kind, but his egg came first, you know. But then, again, it's the question of the chicken or the chicken egg. Which one of those two came first? And then this is what kind of confuses me when thinking about it this way. Do we name the egg after what lays it, or what comes out of it? What's inside? And this one's hard for me to kind of wrap my head around, because you would think that a chicken will lay a chicken egg 100% of the time. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, okay, yeah, it may be. But what about the situations that you have? Excuse me. What about the situations you have where it's not fertilized? Is it still a chicken egg? Is it a non-fertilized chicken egg? And if it is, that means it's named by what laid it, not what's inside. Because we eat a ton of non-fertilized chicken eggs. So, you know what I'm saying? So there's not ever going to be an actual thing inside that egg, but we still call it a chicken egg. So, And then if you want to expound this even further, let's just say for example that dogs and cats laid eggs. They don't. I don't think. He got me. Let's just say that dogs and cats lay eggs. A dog lays an egg, out comes a cat. Is that a cat egg or a dog egg? That's the really, crazy question. Is it a dog egg because a dog laid it? Or is it a cat egg because a cat came out of it? I'm inclined to, due to the food-based argument that I was making, I'm inclined to say that eggs are named by what lays it. So, if we're going with the more, I guess it's kind of a semantic argument. I don't think this is the technicality-based argument, but a semantic-based argument would say then, well, okay, if we name the egg based on what lays it, an unfertilized egg, an egg that you would get with your meal at IHOP, would be a chicken egg, even though there's no chicken that was ever inside it. Then I'm inclined to say that the chicken came first, because you can't have a chicken egg without a chicken laying it if you name the egg based on what lays it. So, the world's first chicken laid the world's first egg, chicken egg. If you go with that argument, and like I said, there's several different ways to twist it. You could say that, no, the egg is technically speaking is named after what's inside. If you found an egg in the wild and you don't know what laid it, that egg is gonna be whatever comes. Excuse me, comes out. Excuse me, I'm talking too much. That egg is gonna be named whatever comes out of it. So, it's a real conundrum, and that's why we're gonna finally settle it with the Splatfest. The winner of the Splatfest scientifically settles this question forever. I hope I went into enough detail for you guys to fully understand the philosophical question of it. And again, I said I wasn't really going to go into the religious aspects, but there are religious beliefs that that things were created on this earth, and a religious figure like God did not create the egg; he created the chicken, and then the chicken eventually laid eggs to reproduce. Those are arguments that I've heard made before from the religious aspect of it, and it really just kind of depends on where you sit with that. And so, let's just to recap. There's a very technicality based argument that's very literal: the chicken or the egg. The egg could be any egg, dinosaur egg, any egg. There were eggs before chickens, so you would say, okay, team egg. And then, the more semantical argument that I kind of put forth, which is, do you name the egg based on what lays it or based on what it comes out of? And to do that, you got to take into account, the fact that evolution doesn't happen instantaneously, and it takes generations for us to fully say, oh, this is a chicken. We have all these chicken-like birds, and then eventually they shift and they split off and they make chickens. And chickens and maybe another type of bird share a common ancestor, but those ancestors weren't chickens. They were laying eggs, and eventually the mutations happened in the DNA over time, multiple times, and it gave rise to the species known as chickens. And so the question then, help! Oh, come on. I got one guy. And so the question is then, did the proto-chicken lay a chicken egg, or did the proto-chicken lay a proto-chicken egg? They say proto-chicken, You could just say the fowl. Did this non-chicken fowl, lay a chicken egg or a fowl egg? Just a non-chicken fowl egg. And then out came a chicken with the DNA mutated enough to trigger the evolution of what created the chicken. These are all great questions. Anyway, those are the way that I see the arguments. Those are the way that I see the arguments presented. And I'm, surely there's a right and wrong. And since we're not smart enough to figure it out with words, we're gonna fight. in a Splatfest, and we are going to solve this once and for all. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. And guys, if you have any other thoughts, and maybe some of you are more learned and more studied than me. Oh, he got me. Maybe some of you are more learned and studied and experienced, and maybe actually have a background in biology and can address this a little bit further in the comments below. But that's my take on it. I feel like that's a pretty good, warm up. I hope it wasn't too wordy. The rest of this video is just gonna be me playing, warming up for Splatfest. I'm having an okay time with this weapon. I think I'm gonna switch though. As fun as this weapon is, I think I can get more done and more covered with perhaps a different weapon. I gotta protect this guy now. All right, there's just one guy that we're going after. Got him. He went in the air, but we got him. Got him too. He was doing a little dance, trying to brag. But that brag could, no, it's not gonna make a difference. Look at this. Oh, I'm out of ink. I'm out of ink still. Oh my goodness. I did my best. I don't know what happened. Were we down a player or something? Because we were consistently down. Look how amazing they did. And I was like in the fields the whole time. What happened? I don't know what happened. I was just there. I was there on the front lines like the entire time pretty much. Were we missing a player? We weren't. I don't know. We all did pretty good too together. They just really, really did better than we did. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna switch weapons back to something new. Maybe I should start a podcast to really fully talk about it. You know, and just talking about it, I'm kind of lining up with the chicken came first. You know, I know that chicken came out of an egg, but if we're talking about, you know, if we're not trying to get it on a technicality, the chicken or the chicken egg. If we're saying the chicken or the chicken egg, I'm kind of starting to see the view that the chicken came first. And so I don't really have qualms joining Team Chicken. Yashi just wants to join Team Chicken so we can use white ink. She said she's never gotten to play Splatfest with white ink before. I don't recall if I have. I'd have to go look at the previous stuff. I feel like I've had white ink. I don't remember. I think it was like ketchup or mayo, and we definitely chose ketchup because I wanted to shoot out ink that looked like blood. So, let's see. I can fire way better now. Hey, buddies. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We got this. We got this. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Everyone's so happy. I'm happy for him. I got him midair. I love the ball. All right. Hopefully we can win this. I don't know. Someone came over to our side, which is not super great. It makes me want to just go over to their side, though. Oops. Got him regardless. So with someone... I couldn't get him. I tried. Man, I got a very vocal team. They are just talking and talking. But, you know, I could see the, you know, so if we're talking about like the very technicality of it, you know, I would say that semantically we should name the egg based on what lays it. Due to the fact, then what would you call an egg that doesn't have a fertilized chicken in it? That's just my point. That's my point. And so if we're asking the question which came first, the chicken or the chicken egg, I'm inclined to say chicken. But if we're asking the question which came first, chicken or the egg, it's obviously the egg came first. You guys understand what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments below. And I say obviously the egg came first again, going back to the whole, like, there were turtles and dinosaurs and all sorts of birds laying eggs before chickens even existed. So I got the most vocal team ever. All right. Where is this guy located? Here's a guy. Why did he go over towards me? Oh gosh, hi. We're not doing too well. I don't know what the deal is. I have almost 1,000 points though. We have a guy looking at the ground. That's helpful. All right, like I said, this is just a warm up for Splatfest. During Splatfest, I'm gonna have my whole team with me. And also, I just wanted to announce. I'm not very good at confrontation. Someone got him. Booyah. Yeah, I got the most vocal team in the world. Oh man, I broke 1,000. I broke 1,100. I don't know where the other players on our team are in terms of score, but that was a close one. We could have done it. I don't know. We didn't. I'm so sad that we didn't, because that was a close one, and I really, really did as much work as I could do. Just for fun, I might switch to a roller. I got almost double what the next person got in terms of coverage, but you know, who's counting? Oh man. Anyway, I want to go with the roller. I haven't gone with the roller in a long time, and so again, if we're gonna have fun in today's episode, then let's have some fun in today's episode. Let's go with the roller, and let's just see how that goes. It may not go well, but like I said, I haven't really rolled in a while. The crack-on splat roller with the beacons. Flings of rollers a no-goer for me. Carbon's fun. I might just go carbon. I don't expect to get a lot of coverage with carbon, but I'm gonna have some fun. I haven't used the carbon roller in a long time, so let's do it. And again, hopefully, yeah, we're all living in a simulation, so it just depends on which was programmed first, the chicken or the egg. That's the real. Which one did the programmers program in first? I think I would have created the chicken first. And then I would have been like, oh, how does the chicken reproduce? The egg. Well, that's a religious argument almost. I mean, that's a leap of faith to say that we live in a simulation. So, as you can tell, there are all sorts of, that's a quasi-religious mythical argument. And so, like I said, there's a whole bunch of different spins. And man, the most vocal team ever. I'm gonna try to get some vanquishes with this. Hold on. Oh man, the airstrike got me. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, I'm still getting coverage because of my, let's see. Yeah, we really need this covered. I'm going for the edges right now. I kind of, darn, man. What? You still limp through that? Ah, oh, man, that would have been I mean, I can't believe that snipe didn't land. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. I'm not super great with the carbon roller. I mean, I definitely see it used to great effect. Okay, this guy, every time I respawn, he's kind of just like, oh, great. Oh, come on. Every time I encounter one of these guys, they have a splashdown. It's because they have a tremendous amount of ink coverage. Oh, God. They're on our side big time. I don't know. I'm going to leave lobbies and maybe go into another lobby. Oh, boy. Yeah, we got him. Teamwork right there. My gosh. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Our side is completely covered. I don't know what's with their team. We're just all kind of hanging out here. gosh, man. All right. Anyway, that was fun. If you consider losing like that fun, I'm probably gonna switch lobbies. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Ooh, what you say? Ooh, it's a big, big loss. Well, of course it is. All right. Number one. Number one in the team. Not bad. I broke 600. Let's, I can only use this roller. I'm gonna say no to playing again. Let's just play one more. I wanna get on a winning team with the roller. I just wanna see if I can do a good job. In fact, you know, I'm not even gonna use the same roller again. I'm gonna use a different roller. So let's look at our equipment real quick. I just wanted to use a roller just for fun. I'm just gonna go with the regular Splat roller. Let's see what we got here. Crack-on Splat roller is okay, but I'd rather have just the regular Splat roller, because then I have Splashdown too, like those guys have, and I also have Ninja Swim, which would be cool. Well, I have Ninja Swim because of my shirt. That has nothing to do with... Anyway, let's go in again, and we'll see if we can have some fun. So yeah. So yeah, I actually did some research on the whole chicken and egg philosophy, and I kind of put in my own spin there. Was that the whole semantics argument about how do you name it? I didn't look up anything about that, but I kind of came to that conclusion on my own. Like, what do you name an egg? You know, do you name it after what lays it or what is inside? And you would have to name it, in my view, after what lays it, as long as you're buying chicken eggs in the store in the grocery aisle, because there's never a chicken inside those. Just a idea, just a little. It's a philosophical question. Like I said, we'll figure it out after we see. We have 3 rollers. Yes, this dude is gonna be doing all the groundwork for us. Oh my gosh, 3 rollers, perfect. This guy's happy about it. You can tell. I would be not very happy that I'm the only non-roller, but I would also know what my job was. Oh god! Oh, come on. Oh well. That was a pretty fun battle. Alright, here we go. Again, I'm gonna do my best to get all angles covered here. He just rolled right over him. That was beautiful. I'm out of ink, so just hold up a second. He got me. He got me. I was hoping to drive him back and get him. We got 3 rollers, and you can tell. You can tell because we don't have very much coverage. What? That was like a perfect hit. Where's this guy coming from, huh? Oh, this is so hard. I'm gonna have to, oh geez. Okay, thankfully I lived through that somehow. What? Get him! All right, whatever. There we go. I mean, the sniper's the real problem, right? Because if we don't have, you know, if we can't even get to the middle due to this sniper, what are we supposed to do with our lives, you know? To me, this is a good option. Gosh, man, he really retreated. Oh well. We didn't win that one. We had 3 rollers. I definitely tried my best though. I almost got that sniper, but he ended up retreating, just jumping back to spawn. We lost, but you know, Cupcake 81 definitely had the weight there. But I got the most coverage somehow. So I don't know. All right. What? How did I have the most coverage? Okay, well, yeah, you know. Splatfest is when it'll count. I'll have teammates with me who are on the same page as me. So if I want to do roller, our team will know to compensate for, you know, the fact that I'm rolling. Let's get one more victory. And then we'll call it a video. This has been a fun video to make. I love talking to you guys like this. So let's see what we got in this next round. Black Belly again. A very fun stage. A classic Splatoon stage, of course. Good to see it. Good to see that we don't have 3 rollers again, too. We only have 2 rollers. And here I go, you know, of course, trying to get, I guess, as much coverage as possible. Still on my side, which is fine for me. I'm not in a huge hurry. But now that I have, now that I have my special, I'm gonna try to go in and use it. Like right here. You guys are welcome. Okay, back up here. Oh, goodness. All right. Wow, I hit him twice. All right, I can't do that. I can't figure out how to get him. All right, let's get some more coverage done here. I'm gonna just keep it right here for a bit. What? Oh my god. Dually always freaks me out. I'm not prepared to deal with the rolls sometimes. Oh god. There was no way for me to swim back. Okay, this is gonna be very tough. I don't know that we're gonna win, but I'm gonna try to jump to this guy. We don't have all the coverage over on our side. That's very bad news. We could lose this one still. I don't think we are though, although we did miss a lot of coverage on our side, which makes me very nervous. Okay, we won, barely. We should have gotten that coverage. I don't know why we didn't. I missed it. I ended up jumping to the middle rather than going for that other side, but hey, at least we won. And I got set. Oh, this guy's a level 3 who is prestige. Very nice. I almost tied for first. Not bad. Came in second. Only a few points behind first. So I feel pretty good about that round. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Let me know which team you'll be joining. And we can also have this discussion on Discord. I have a Discord server. The link is in the description below. I'll see you next time for some more Splatoon 2. Goodbye.
I'm Zack Scott. Subscribe if you have not. If you like this video and want to help this channel grow, all you gotta do is click the like button below. Thanks so much for watching. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This is Otto, Egon, and I'll see you next time for more.